And today, after asking Bharat Biotech to fast-track the COVID-19 vaccine, the ICMR has now issued a clarification saying that the process is in accordance with globally accepted norms. It justifying expediting clinical trials of a promising indigenous COVID-19 vaccine being developed by the Bharat Biotech International Limited. The ICMR today has issued a statement saying, in the larger public interest, it is important for the ICMR to expedite clinical trials with a promising indigenous vaccine, defending its official claim that it envisaged the launch of a COVID vaccine for public health use by the 15th of August, which drew sharp criticism from the scientific community. The ICMR says that all other COVID-19 vaccine candidates across the globe have been similarly fast-tracked. And on the heels of its June 2nd memo, which triggered off a backlash for setting that August 15th deadline as a target for developing the coronavirus vaccine from both medical experts and the opposition, the ICMR says that the letter by the DG ICMR to investigators of the clinical trial sites was meant to cut unnecessary red tape without bypassing any necessary process and speed up the recruitments of the participants. So, the Bharat Biotech ICMR readying a COVID-19 vaccine in 45 days. Does that baffle reason? Does it ignore safety concerns? Is this a near impossible timeline? And in meeting it at all costs, could safety and efficacy be compromised? Joining us now, Dr. Anand Ban. He is a researcher in the field of bioethics, global health and policy. Also, Dr. Rakesh Verma, the additional director of the additional director general of the health services, the DGHS, Government of India. Dr. Ban, to you first. You know, for 2 centuries now, the human race, we've been using medical technology to successfully battle everything from influenza to measles. Drug companies, universities the world over are racing to develop a COVID-19 vaccine. I think 62 efforts the world over underway right now. The ICMR says we're no different from other countries. Do you accept their defense today?
Thank you for having me. So it's absolutely right that we have a long history of vaccine development, and there's many things we have learned, both on the positive side and also in learning about the pitfalls of doing research the wrong way. In India also, we have a long history of doing vaccine research. ICMR is part of that and has been a leader in many of those efforts. But it's also important to remember that we have also had a fraught history with vaccine research in this country. The HPV vaccine research controversy just over a decade ago is a good example of that. ICMR was also involved in that controversy, as many of us would remember. And in 2013, we had a big controversy around the conduct of clinical trials in this country, and the Supreme Court had to step in. Yes. So that's also a stark reminder as to why we need to do clinical trials right. So yes, we need to do research fast, and there is a need for expediting processes at times of pandemics like we are undergoing right now, but it cannot be at the cost of well laid out scientific norms and procedures. You know, ethics.
Dr. Verma, this cannot be at the cost of well laid out procedures. Yes, Atmanirbhar seems to be the buzzword nowadays. Now, especially when it comes to an indigenous vaccine, because there's a concern if and when a vaccine is discovered, how much will it cost? Will it be accessible to all countries? But a vaccine in 45 days, is fast tracking human trials and approvals for a vaccine not dangerous?
Sarah, you must understand, we are passing through a very deadly pandemic, and we all, including you, I, and all our doctors across the country, all health workers, all statesmen and state governments and central government want some remedy to come out. So they are keen, they are pushing ICMR to expedite the process, but they are not saying they subvert the process. Nobody is asking any organization.
There was a warning that said non-compliance will be taken very seriously. Also, sir, you know this better than I am. You're the doctor here. We know that vaccines in the past trials have actually proved detrimental because they've worsened the conditions in some cases.
I can assure you 2 things. ICMR is very recognized organization, very prestigious organization, and they will ensure all steps that a vaccine which comes to the market, which comes to the general population, is safe from all angles, is effective from all angles. Whether it is a cost effective or not, this is a separate aspect altogether. And the regulatory authorities are different. DCGI is a different body. Who will evaluate it? Whether the data being produced by research group A, B or C is up to the mark or not, it will be evaluated by a different controller and regulator altogether. And you have to rely that.
Dr. Bhan, when I talk about, I mentioned this warning that the ICMR gave that said compliance will be viewed very seriously, non-compliance. Can researchers work with a gun to their heads? I understand we're in a pandemic. This is an extremely serious situation.
Yes, they should not and they cannot, and we should not expect them to as well. There are due requirements even at the institutional level to take proper procedural permissions, including from the institutional ethics committees. You need to ensure that they have adequate time to go through the protocol, raise any concerns which they might have, and get clarifications on that. You cannot expect them to be giving approvals in advance because they are independent bodies within the institutions and they have a right to question any aspect of the clinical research which is being raised. Also importantly, I think in this clinical trial, in the way it's been registered on the Clinical Trials Registry of India, the timeline which is laid out within that entry by itself is over a year. So, I mean, we are saying one thing on the registry and then we are claiming another thing in this letter. That sort of divergence is not very clear. How can you claim that by 15th August you will not just do your phase 1, phase 2, but even your efficacy studies by that time? It is just not possible. And so I think it's probably prudent to just clarify that there might have been some mistakes in that letter. We are all very supportive of ICMR's efforts in taking vaccine research forward in this country. We have a lot of confidence in that effort, but that needs to be substantiated by doing science the proper way.
So, Dr. Verma, this August 15 deadline, it also flies in the face of publicly announced timelines for the possible readiness of this vaccine, right? The developers themselves, their own estimate says that it could not be ready. We need another year, for example.
We agree with you that we have to finalize everything after a thorough study. Without phase 1, phase 2 and phase 3 trials, nobody is going to accept. DCGI is not going to give any approval to any drug, any vaccine without having stringent regulatory norms are being fulfilled and complied with. And we fully agree that we should expedite, but should not subvert the process, should not subvert the regulations. So we all should join hands in trying to push the scientists, push the investigators to give us the result, but not in a hurry, not by subverting, not by masking any trials.
So what do you expect then, after all this, given what's been said, what do we expect then on the 15th of August? Because, Donald Trump in March had a meeting with the White House administration. And at that point of time, the US president said, why can't we just make a vaccine? And Anthony Fauci, the longtime director of the National Institute of Allergies and Infectious Diseases, he said that a vaccine that you make and start testing in a year is not a vaccine that is deployable. So even globally, experts are saying this is not possible, sir.
Yes,
or is it possible but not the safest?
Before something comes from the mass media, it has to pass through several stringent tests, several central parameters and regulatory restrictions and observations that will be mandatory for all vaccines, irrespective of the Indian or abroad, whether it's being made in Indian setup or abroad setup.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Bhan. Thank you so much, Dr. Verma. This is not the last that we've heard on this. All I can say is the most valuable thing we can all do as the public, for health workers, for researchers, for ourselves, is to follow all the safety guidelines, wash your hands, practice social distancing and wear a mask. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Stay safe.